you here from a rainbow of balloons, or rather today you can call me Fairy Rainbow Sparkles. Earlier today I did an event where I got to dress as a fairy, and after I got home I thought, you know what, I actually might like to try and make a version of myself, as you do. So I did this sweet fairy here. Now, as I was creating her hairstyle, I was reminded of the Snow Queen and how I like to do her hair, and I thought, what a great idea for a tutorial. So what I'm hoping to show you today is a tutorial for the Snow Queen. Here is also another I prepared earlier. Now, the design borrows heavily from the angel design from my previous video, so if you haven't seen it, after you watch this video, go ahead to have a look, and that'll help you fill in any of the blanks along the way. So we will have a go at making the Snow Queen. Now, here's one I prepared earlier, and with it we have a 5-inch round for the dress, a 6-inch quick link for the head, and a 1/60 for the arms. Now, in the previous tutorial with the angel, we split the 1/60 in two to get 2 wings, and in this case just left it as the one big loop and put in a couple of pinch twists at the top to help with positioning. Okay, so aside from the shaping that we have created in the cape, the other difference to the angel is I left a little additional bit of nozzle when tying off the balloon, and I've used it to wrap around the arms of the Snow Queen and back in. And it just gives a bit more intention in the way her arms are placed. What we're going to do is go ahead to add the hair. Now, here's a 1/60 I've inflated, and with approximately 1 inch uninflated, I'm going to go ahead to tie it to the top. Okay, so we, in the previous tutorial with the angel, we used a 2/60 for the hair. This time it's a 1/60. I'm going to go ahead to do 2 pinch twists here instead of the 1. And once we've done that, we are going to run the 1/60 hair balloon down the back to the neck area. Back up. Number 3. As we do number 4, what we're going to do is make a bubble approximately 1 inch long, then a small 1/2 inch, which is going to get pinch twisted, running the balloon hair back up the pinch twist at the top, and finally we're going to create a 5th strand of hair, running it down the side, and I'm going to get rid of that excess, and from there just tying it off. It'll look something like this. Okay, now take your second 1/60, and what we're going to do, again I've inflated it with not much tail left there, approximately 1/2 inch to 1 inch. But we are going to go the opposite end, fold it over, a bit of a swish, and we're going to create the plait that's going to go to the side. Knot from that nozzle over through to help lock it in place, and we're going to do another pinch twist, so 1/2 inch bubble, and we're going to introduce that to the Snow Queen where we did the pinch twist to the side. Snow Queen, meet your hair. So nice to meet you. Okay, so now that we've done this, what we are going to do is run the 1/60 up into the 2 pinch twists in the hair, and then we're going to wrap it around it, loop around, and back to the pinch twist at the back. Again, squeeze and twist in. Sitting in there at the top, not quite twisted. Okay, I'm going to bring it around and kind of sweep it under but to the back to meet those two pinch twists. Now I like to have these two pinch twists here to help with the positioning of the hair, just to make it sit just so once you finish with all the other design elements. Finally, we're going to bring the 160 around to the top. Now, if you've only got a small little bit of uninflated here, that's great. You can just go ahead to thread it in underneath the hair, find those pinch twists and wrap it in. But in this case, we don't quite have that. In my last attempt I did, but what I'm going to do is twist off the bubble to the size I want and get rid of this excess and tie that off. And with that, whoop, taking that end, threading it under the hair, and bring that up and into the pinch twist. And there you have it. So you can play around a little bit with just how you create that hair at the front. I usually like to have the bulk of it coming off to the side where her plait is. And if you see with the other designs, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll see how their hair might be slightly different too. But either way you look at it, we are aiming to have a nice bit of volume because, you know, that's just the queenly way. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial and that it's giving you that inspiration to change up that angel a bit and perhaps make it into a snow queen. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing holiday season, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.